Hello YouTube, it's Lion here with Hobbies of a Man once again, and today we are doing another haul video. Now, today's haul is going to cover everything that I've bought or acquired in some way during the month of November. I'm doing this before my reading log because I don't actually know what I've read. I haven't finished reading everything, and I don't want to prematurely record a video and then have it change like the same day that I uploaded it. Which is it's just a thing for me personally. It's not necessarily relevant to the watchers or the viewers. I just don't like doing it that way. So I'm not gonna do it first. I'm gonna do this first. I'll upload this on the 29th, and then on the 30th, you guys will have my reading log. Hopefully you guys enjoy both of those videos, and hopefully if you did enjoy this one, you'd leave a like, a comment, and let me know what you picked up this month. Now, I'm gonna start with the non-manga section. I'm going to do digitals first, and then physicals, and then we'll do the manga light novel section, right? So, the first thing I got this month was First Steps into the Night by Tao Wong. Now, you can see the cover right there, and it's basically a lit RPG story with paranormal romance, essentially. And it's a short story, actually, and I was going to read it all completely and have a review out this month, but then I just didn't have time, so I just haven't done it yet. I will do that soon, but I haven't actually read it yet, so I will get around to it soon. It's supposed to be only 10,000 words, so it should be really, really easy to read, but I haven't read it yet, so that's all I can really tell you. It looks interesting. I thought it was really cool. I saw it on the Lit RPG subreddit. I messaged the author, and they just emailed me a copy. Now, the next thing I got was Bright Blade by Jess Kajio, or Kaijio. I don't know how to say his name, but he got in contact with me on Facebook. I do have a Facebook for Hobbies of a Man. If you guys want to friend me or follow me or whatever, I don't know what the right word is. And I just use it for harem lit and lit RPG stuff. And he messaged me. He was like, "Hey man, I got these books. Do you want to review one?" I was like, "Yeah, sure." And he sent me a copy. He told me, "Hey man, it doesn't matter when you review it, just, please review it." And I was like, "Yeah, sure. Thanks for sending me the book." And yeah, it's cool. I mean, I don't really know much about it. It's a lit RPG story. I'm not really sure if it contains harem elements, but it does seem to be kind of like adult-based or adult-centered. So I would assume that there is some at least action-y, not safe for work kind of stuff. But I'm looking forward to it. The cover looks really cool, as you guys can see right there. So, yeah. Now, Dante King, my friend, my buddy, maybe my favorite harem lit author. It's between him and Jamie Hawk right now, who I both talk to somewhat regularly, I guess. Like, I interact with him quite a bit online. But Dante King sent me 4 of his other books. Now, I've read every new release he's had since I started the channel, if I remember correctly, or like every new series he's released. So, Creation Mage, Brink City I just finished yesterday, and what was the other one? Soulbinder. And I have reviews for Soulbinder and 2 of Creation Mage, 2 of the Creation Mage books up there. I will work on the next Creation Mage book soon, and Brink City. Now, he sent me Bone Lord, Immortal Soul Slinger, Monster Core, and Mage Slayer, book 1 for all of them. And I'm really excited about it. And I think I'm gonna review those, maybe not soon, because he just sent them to me. He was like, "Hey man, here's some more books. Hope you enjoy them." And he said, you don't have to review them, but I'm going to, because I'm gonna read them anyways. I don't mind sharing my thoughts and helping him out a little bit. So, yeah, Dante, thanks if you're watching this. I really appreciate you, man, and I am really happy that you sent me these books. Thanks a lot. Now, the other book I got was Hive Queen by Grayson Sinclair. He sent this to me a while ago, but I'm really excited about it. I really liked Hive Knight. I thought it was really good. I really enjoyed the lit RPG aspects, and I thought the character work in Hive Knight was really good. I'm really looking forward to Hive Queen and seeing what else he brings to the table. Now, that was basically all I got online, or digital copies of. Now, let's move on to the physical stuff. So, the first thing I got And I got 4 books from my local used bookstore. I had some credit. I just went in, bought some books. I didn't have any fiction credit, so I didn't buy any manga. Plus, they didn't have anything that was interesting, so I just bought historical fiction. First thing I got was Shogun by James Clavell. Clavell. So this is kind of like an old school version of Outlander, I guess. It's a man that's a soldier, and then suddenly gets trapped in like Edo, Japan. I think that's what it is, more or less. It doesn't actually tell me what it is on the back. It's just a bunch of blurbs. But I got lucky. I saw a copy. It was really beat up, and I went up to the desk and I was like, hey, do you guys have a different copy of this? And then one of the ladies initially told me no. But then another one was like, hey, we actually got this today. Do you want it? And I thought, yeah, sure. I would love that. It's a little beat up. I'm not going to lie. But it's not any worse than any of the other books that I have from that are really beat up, that are old. So I don't really mind. But I'm really excited about this. I don't know when I'll get to it. But I will at some point. This is kind of like time travel, historical. I think there's some elements of romance. And it's kind of like about it. I guess it would kind of be like isekai to an extent, but not necessarily. This is way older than the isekai genre. This is more akin to Hidden World or like other things of that nature. But I think the most likely comparison is more to Outlander than anything else. So I'm looking forward to this because it's that sort of thing, but it's also because it's in Japan. And it's really exciting to me. So, yeah. Next thing I got was Con Igelden's Emperor, The Gates of Rome. Now, this is historical fiction, or historical fiction about Rome. It's about these 2 guys that kind of become gladiators / Roman legionnaires, and they kind of make things work for them. Yeah, I picked it up because I was looking for historical fiction, and I really like historical fiction that's based around Viking era or medieval Europe, but I was kind of bored because I have a bunch of those already, and I want to read more of them, but I want to be able to read other types of historical fiction or fantasy. Well, this is fiction, not fantasy, but you guys get the point. And I was like, you know what? I'll Google it. Let's see what comes up. And this guy shows up, and this book specifically. I wanted to pick up some of the stuff he had about Mongols, but I didn't find it, so this is all I got. Next, I got Ken Follett's The Pillars of Earth, and this kind of interesting Oprah's Book Club edition. I really like how it looks, but I probably will change it out for a different version because I don't think I'll find Oprah's book club versions for the other 2 books in the series, so I'll just not bother with having different editions. I'll just buy the ones that all look the same. But yeah, I picked this up because this is like the thing that shows up when you look up historical fiction. And I'm kind of interested about it. It's about some romance situation that happens around a church being built in like the 12th century or something. And it's cool concept-wise, but I'm not really sure if I'll like it. I mean, religion's not really my cup of tea, and I don't really know if I want to read a 700-page book or 1,000-page book about building a church. But I'll give it a try, and if I don't like it, I'll DNF it, give it back to the used bookstore, and get some credit off it. So it's all good. Yeah, that's basically it for that. Now, the last thing I got isn't really historical fiction. It's more like literary fiction. It's Donna Tartt's The Goldfinch. Now, Donna Tartt is really popular because of Secret History, which is like the epitome of dark academia. And I wanted to pick that book up because it's making the rounds around Booktube. Everyone really seems to like it. And I was interested in it, but I couldn't find it, so I got The Goldfinch instead. Now, this is supposed to be about some kind of drama situation where a guy survives an accident and then gets taken in by someone else and kind of finds some historical thing that really messes him up or something. As far as I'm aware, I think that's kind of what it is. And that's cool. It sounds really interesting. I'm really looking forward to reading this. But I don't know when I'll get to it. Now, the stuff that really gets the views right now, the manga and light novel section. So, yeah. You guys could have skipped the previous version and the previous section. I'll put a chapter in and I'll make it work for you guys so that you don't have to watch that if you don't want to. Although I would appreciate it if you did. But let's just jump into it. So, Books A Million had a sale this month. It's a buy two, get a third free. It was for Black Friday, although they've been having it for like the last 2 months for like any other reason that they could pull out of their ass. Basically, they just need a sale so people show up and buy books, which is completely fair. Now, I got some cool stuff. Now, the first thing I got was Eden 0, 4, and 5. I read Eden 0, as you guys can see right there, this month, and I loved it. I thought it was super good. It's everything Fairy Tail was, but with a lot more conciseness to it and a lot more kind of plotting ahead, at least from what I understood and what I read and some of the author notes. It seems like it's the same tropes, cliches, ideas behind Fairy Tail. Friendship being the most important thing in the world and the one that's going to change your life. But with a storyline that's actually been semi-plotted out beforehand. Which is completely different from Fairy Tail. Fairy Tail was completely made up as he went. I think it was in the afterword of book 2 of volume 2 where he's like, yeah, I have no clue what I'm doing. I'm just kind of writing a story. If you guys want to suggest some story elements or characters, please let me know. I thought that was super cool, but it seems so difficult to do discovery writing while you're writing manga, especially when you have a weekly schedule. So a lot of the problems that Fairy Tail has, or the reason why a lot of people hate it, which is it's inconsistent, Natsu wins every battle because of friendship, and it doesn't really have like a overarching plot line or main character, what seems to have gone away in Eden 0 from the first couple volumes. I mean, by the end of volume 1, we know what the goal of the book or of the story is, which in Fairy Tail we did not at all. I don't remember ever being like, yes, Fairy Tail's goal is to do this, or Natsu's and Lucy's goal is to do that. We saw it arc to arc, but never like overarching storyline wise. Not like in Naruto where it's like immediately, you know, Naruto wants to be the Hokage and that's the point of the whole story. But yeah, Eden 0 does have that. At the end of Eden 0, they're like, or at the end of volume 1, they're like, we're gonna go find Mother, which is like this godlike figure, and that's the goal of Eden 0, which is great. So I got book 4 and 5. I was gonna buy book 6 as well, but I ran across this Heroes or Mashima Heroes, which is kind of like a crossover event story between the 3 stories that Mashima has written: Rave Master, Eden 0, and Fairy Tail. And I'm basically a Mashima fanboy, so I had to pick it up. Now, I've never actually read Rave Master, and I don't want to because it's going to be impossible to collect, and I'm not really interested in that if it's not going to be, you know, easy to acquire. So I'm not really sure what to expect, but I'm really excited. I had to find the version that had the least damage, and I think I succeeded. This doesn't even come out yet. It comes out on the 1st of December, but, you know, they get them ahead of time, so they put them up, and I picked one up. So yeah, I don't really know what to expect, but I'm really excited. I also don't understand why the name is Mashima Heroes. Shouldn't it be Mashima's Heroes? I'm not really sure what the apostrophe is there for either, but it doesn't really matter. I'm really excited about this. Next, I got Toradora Volume 1. I went with my friend Robert, and he recommended this to me, so I picked it up. Yeah, I know what this is. I've heard a lot about it. I mean, Justice R. Stone really enjoys it, and he has mentioned it a lot. And from what I understand, it's kind of similar to Side Character, which, you know, by the way, if you guys want to buy side character, I have a 10% off discount if you use code LION, which is down in the description. But yeah, so I picked this up. My friend recommended it to me. I'm excited to get into it. I'll let you guys know when I read it. Next, I got Rent a Girlfriend Volume 1. My friend Guy really likes this series, so I picked that up also because my buddy Robert recommended it to me again. And I was like, well, if two people recommended it, it's bound to be okay at least. I'll read it, so I picked it up. I mean, I needed something that was within the same price range. Otherwise, I was going to waste money, so it was fine. Now, the last thing I got was Reign of the Seven Spellblades. This is not even out yet. It's supposed to come out December 1st. And I'm really excited about this. A lot of people were saying that this is way better than Harry Potter, but it's still within the same kind of region of literature. And I remember Frogcoon talks about it. And a lot of people on the Light Novel podcast are interested in it, so I picked it up. I'm really excited about it. I don't really know anything about it, honestly. Strong-willed samurai girl from Yamatsu. Oliver Horn, equally skilled with wand and blade. Kimberly Magic Academy. Yeah, so it's basically Harry Potter, but with swords, which is exciting. I really loved Harry Potter growing up, and I still like it, but the author has made me kind of not love it as much as I used to. So finding something within the same style that's significantly better, or at least that I won't hear anything about the author from, is pretty cool. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. That's basically it. This was a little longer, but I don't know. I haven't really been behind the camera a while, and I wanted to talk more than I usually do. So hope you guys enjoyed. Please let me know what you guys got this month. And yeah, so like, subscribe, comment down below. And thank you guys very much for watching. See you guys later.